U.S. diesel supplies are dropping and dropping fast. As I have been warning for months, it is now starting to come to a head. USDA is reporting that they have killed 470,000 more turkeys just in time for the beginning of Thanksgiving season in the United States. We got reports coming in from Australia, South Africa, UK, Germany, Bulgaria, and all across the United States. You're going to want to hang through. We got a whole bunch coming at you. All right, so the last 2 weeks, USDA, to quell bird flu, has killed 470,000 more turkeys, bringing up our total bird count kill of over 47 million birds this year. That's a lot of birds, folks. Europe is actually a little ahead. They have murdered 50 million birds so far this year to, protect people from bird flu. Just whenever the government is protecting you, got to be a little concerned, right? Because the scariest words are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help," right? As Reagan once said. All right, diesel supplies are continuing to drop. They are now at, the East Coast now has 25 days of diesel left. 25 days of diesel. Now you're like, well, we have the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. But yes, the Petroleum Reserve, though, is not made up of diesel. It is made up of petroleum, right? It's made up of oil. The problem isn't that we don't have enough oil. The problem is that we don't have enough refinery capability, because all these wonderful green promises have been making it impossible to build refineries. It's been impossible for refineries to adapt. Basically, most of the refineries in the United States are designed to use heavy oil. In the United States, we don't make much heavy oil, okay? In the continental U.S., we make light oil, which U.S. refineries can't refine. So we take that oil and we ship it overseas to refineries that can refine it, and we import heavy oil so that we can refine that. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is heavy oil that is for our refineries. They cannot retool the U.S. refineries from heavy oil to light oil that's coming out of the fracking platforms and everything like that, due to environmental restrictions, because that makes sense somehow. Anyway, we are seeing that multiple tankers have now been diverted. The Thundercat, which was carrying diesel from the UAE up to London, I believe, Holland. And the Proteus Jessica, both of those tankers have been diverted to take their oil, their diesel directly to the United States. So where are those refineries that I was just speaking of? Well, they've been building them in the Middle East. Of course they've been building them in the Middle East. That's where the oil is, right? So we're taking oil from the United States, shipping it over to the Middle East to have it refined, to ship it back to the United States as diesel and jet fuel. Way to go, people. I'm just so glad we're saving the environment here. We're saving the environment by shipping fuel halfway around the world and halfway back for the planet or something. All right, we also have the Hellas Tatiana has been booked by ExxonMobil to move diesel from France, where they are having mass shortages at the pumps, to ship over to the United States. And why is it shut? Why are they having issues with the refineries? Their refineries, half of them are shut down due to protests and strikes. But the powers that be think that it's better to take the diesel from France, where they literally are running out at the gas pumps, and take that to the United States. Are you catching the drift of kind of where this is headed for the United States? If you are, keep paying attention, keep getting ready. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do pop that like button. It does help the algorithm to get this out to more people because, you know, the algorithm doesn't like videos like this that talks about truth. Let's get into your reports here. Terry L., Denver area. The 2-pound Kroger brand instant oats have gotten pricey. It used to be $2.75, and they're up to $4.29 in 6 months. So I went hunting for a lower price, and it turned into a hunt to find oats at all. Targets, Walmarts, and other Krogers were sold out of instant oats. They had regular oats and a few name brand instant oats, which were even more expensive. Suddenly, I'm happy to pay $4.29. That's right, folks. That's right. Aradia in Australia. I have noticed an uptick in brands changing their formula, packaging of cosmetics plus some foods. Looks like they're having to source new products due to shortages and changing the formulas in attempts to reduce costs. So we're also seeing over there in Australia, they didn't mention this, but the east coast of Australia is getting set up for another record round of flooding. They've already gotten a bunch of rain, and it has already fully saturated the ground. If they keep getting more rain, which it looks like they're going to, flooding is going to get very severe out there. So if you're in those areas, do take steps to protect yourselves, please. If you're in areas that can support those areas, get ready because there's probably going to be disasters happening. The atmospheric river is about to just keep dumping more and more water along the east and south coasts of Australia. Parrot Africa says, thank you for the updates, Steve. South Africa is, by the way, in stage 3 and stage 4 load shedding. Either way, we have no heat and no cooling. We are already in October, and it's getting humid and hot here in South Africa. Load shedding. The elderly will suffer during extreme heat waves. Being aged and if their water cuts with the rolling blackouts during summer, the older people could get dehydrated and die. So that's a serious thing as they're starting to head into late spring, heading into summer. South Africa, their power cuts are going to become even more worrisome, right? Particularly for elderly and such. David C., the Clearwater River at Orofino, Idaho, is at 52% normal. We got a lot of rivers in the United States that are down, and it's making transportation really, really hard. Crochet and Knit in Bavaria, Germany. Food. Weird. Some stores limit flour, sugar, oil, and others don't. No rhyme or reason to it. Sale items are gone before I am at the store in the morning. Carbonated drinks will be going up in price because some beverage producers had to stop production due to the lack of bubbles parts. Even breweries. This is Bavaria. I guess people have to switch to wine. Personally, I don't drink alcohol, but I'm very fond of soft drinks. Canned fish cost is rising more than what they say is current inflation. Just FYI, the reason why the carbonation is out is because the CO2 gas is a byproduct of making fertilizer. And since all the fertilizer plants in Europe are shut down, that's why there's no CO2. They continue, gas prices, are up and down for no reason that I can see. Pictures in France of gas stations are frightening. 1/3 are either low or even out of commission. We're talking about people not making it to the office because they can't get there. Got people in France who keep me up to date. Amanda J. in the UK says, Marks & Spencer is closing 67 of its stores. It's very odd. They only want card payments, not cash. People in the store today were dumping baskets of goods and walking out because they were told they would not take cash. I I would love to see that in the United States. You know what I mean? Love to see that in the United States. People standing up and saying, you don't want cash? Well, then you don't get my business. We need to be standing up to these. The reason why they can do these things is because nobody stops them, right? They need to know that the customer is always right, and the customers need to speak up that this is not tolerable. You need to offer the cash option. I was absolutely shocked at the price of canned dog food today. This is still in the UK. The cheapest was a large, 1.2 kilos. The next size down was the same price at 1.5 pounds. I ended up buying them chicken, which was on offer and was better value, and it was going out of date. Vehicle fuel here is going up again in 2 weeks, probably due to the OPEC situation. We have over 3 million turkeys destroyed, also because of the hen flu, and it is now in North Wales. So Europe as a whole has destroyed 50 million poultry total this year. Michelle says, I own restaurants. This is in the U.S. Before the pandemic, I was paying a bit less than $40 for a 40-pound case of chicken breasts. So just under $1 a pound of chicken breasts, right? At the height of the bird flu, I was paying almost $150 a case. That's almost $4 per pound. The price on my last invoice was $53, and I was told it is still going down. So, just information for you guys. This is the lowest it has been since 2020, so I don't know why the prices are still so high in the stores. The price of lettuce is now $63 for a case of 24. I wouldn't be surprised if restaurants start buying all the lettuce in the stores, while it is only $1.50 there. Interesting. Just the disparities between retail prices and wholesale prices. The Dragon of Dalzell, I don't know if that's a reference to a movie or something like that, but Walmart in central South Carolina, canned goods have less variety. Half of shelf is corn and green beans. Sweet peas are mostly higher expense name brands, I guess. Frozen aisle foods are low on cheaper items stock. Stock of peanut butter and jelly jam is random by the day. Men's underwear, boxers, socks, work shoes, etc. are all low. Once again, that's Central South Carolina. Corky H. In Southwest Missouri, our Long John Silver's is closed this week. One of the main factories in our town has cut hours to 30 a week. My friend that works there is now working only a few hours as a hostess at a restaurant to help make a few dollars. Where their employees were on piecemeal work, they have been reduced to just hourly, effectively cutting their income by 30%. Gonna get slim around here. Southwest Missouri. Matt says water rationing is taking place in North Bend, Washington now. The Seattle area has only received half an inch of rain since June. I got to look into that a little more, but thanks for the heads up on that. Dancho in Bulgaria, limit of 5 1-kilogram bags of sugar per client. On a single brand of sugar, total of about 11 pounds. Shelves are full, no gaps, just a lot of rearranging over the past months and price changes. Thanks so much for reporting, folks. Just pop down in the comments down below, use the word update, give us some sort of geographical location, and let us know what you're seeing, particularly what you're seeing at your workplace. If you have behind the scenes purchasing for your company, please let us know about those things. That is always highly useful to everybody to know what's going on in your industry. If you found this video useful or helpful, you might want to check out this video right here from me. Otherwise, I will see you later. Steve Poplar out.